Hey, what's up, Hog Pods? We are here tonight with a cool friend of mine. This is Victor Haygood with Head Hogs. So, Victor, tell the audience a little bit about how you got your name and your logo, if you can kind of break that down.
Of course. So I had got my name from when I got into actually breeding hognoses. I was doing a bunch of research. I keep saying, talking about all these heads, I'm going to end up turning into a head. And then I said, man, that's it. Head Hogs. And then my logo came about because I'm a big anime fan. I love anime, and then I like Naruto. So I took one of the characters' eyeballs and put a Sharingan and around it, and I made the colors black, purple, and white because I was born and raised in Sacramento, and that is the colors of the Sacramento Kings. So it kind of just ties into who I am and where I'm from and what I like all in one.
Very cool. So your focus obviously is hognose snakes. Tell us about species that you had before you were raising hognose snakes.
Pretty much like my dad used to take me to the local creeks and stuff. I had a Pac-Man frog growing up, a green snake, another toad, leopard geckos, things like that. But there's one species that I really want to bring to the forefront, and that would be sharp-tailed snakes.
I've only seen them in little field guide books. Tell me a little bit about those snakes.
So sharp-tailed snakes are very fossorial insectivore snakes, so they only get about 12 to 8 inches, and they have the very similar care to a crested gecko, I would say, mixed with a hognose snake. So they don't like it very hot, and they're very fossorial, so they don't need UV or very much sunlight because they're usually found hiding in very cold, kind of cooler, damp areas of the West Coast. So they, I think they range all the way from small parts of Canada down to northern parts of Mexico.
Very cool. On to your favorite hognose morph. What's your favorite hognose morph, and why do you like it?
I can't really decide between sable and lavender, so I just say both of those are. But I like sable and lavender because they're both very expressive in their phenotypes, and they all change drastically based on the phenotypes of the parent. So I'm a phenotypic breeder, so I have various knowledge of previous knowledge from breeding dogs and cannabis. So I kind of use that to help me understand a little bit about phenotypes and genotypes and understanding genetics and line breeding. So all of those kind of just tied into one, and then I just carried that knowledge over to snakes. And then those two are some of the most variable genes in hognoses because I've seen sables that go from black to sables that don't look sable.
That's right, man.
And that to me is cool.
Yeah, and lavenders can be real variable too. You know, some of them are real clean, exactly. And then some of them are, I've seen some that are red and some that are almost tan. You can hardly tell they're lavender until you look at their eyes and tongue. So, yeah,
blue.
High variability. Yeah, I love the blue ones, man. So, question number 4. Do you have any frustrations with the hognose hobby, with the community, the market, maybe with husbandry or hognose themselves? And if you do have frustrations, kind of what steps are you taking to resolve some of those frustrations, whether personally or for other people?
Well, the economy is making it hard on everyone right now. But one of the problems that I would say, especially for me, myself, that I have to work on is I have to basically separate my personal life from my life with the reptile. And I feel like if we as a community can just come together to try to help this community and set aside our personal and beliefs and differences, and then all get along, it'll definitely make the overall experience better for people, new, old, just getting into it, pet keepers, all alike.
Yeah, man, I totally agree. I think that's a brilliant statement right there, man. Yeah, we are a community focusing on hognose, and we come from all walks of life, ethnicities, different belief systems. But what we got to focus on is the fact that we love the hognose snake. And question number 5. If you could give yourself your former, we were talking about earlier, you came into hognose about 2020 at the, crux of COVID. If you could give yourself wisdom that you've learned in this last 4 years, what would you go back and tell your, new breeder or new keeper self?
I would look my former self in the face and say, look, it's going to be a bumpy ride, but as long as you don't get too complacent and too arrogant, and you stay humble and just always strive to be better and just always keep genuineness and kindness in your heart, everything will work out no matter what. And that's pretty much what I would tell my former self.
Yeah, man, I think that there's just brilliant wisdom in that, and some of the things you shared. Just for all of us, stay humble, keep learning, separate your business and personal feelings. And man, just amazing how far you could go and what you could do in this hobby. It's just been awesome, man, getting a chance to visit with you and know you. I've never talked to you before, so this interview was actually my first time to visit with Victor over the phone. So we've talked back and forth on messaging for several years now. I'm going to have links below in the description. You guys can check out some of his social media and give him a follow. He's just got some really cool projects going on right now. He's been posting a lot of cool stuff. So, yeah, man, we're glad to have you in this community as a contributor, and I really appreciate you coming on the show to contribute, man.
What's up? Thank you for having me on. Thank you for always talking to me and sharing with me and stuff. And it's been a blast. Thank you for your content and helping people kind of think how I think. Get going and where to go, because those videos definitely gave me a direction and helped me lay my foundation for what I plan to do in the future. So definitely thank you for that.
Absolutely, man. Thanks again for tuning into the Hognose One podcast. If you're a hog pod or you just want to share with anyone we are offering a discount code for our books via our book printer, Book Baby. So just punch in code 2024 at checkout for any of our Hognose titles.